We're here today at Borland Quarterhorses to introduce Alex Hua Tian, the Chinese Olympic event rider, to the sport of reining. Firstly, to give you an explanation of what reining is exactly, it's a Western sport for horses where the rider has to display a certain set of maneuvers in a set order, a bit like dressage and the test that one has to do when doing the dressage event. These maneuvers include rollback spins, sliding stops, lead changes, and circle work. Alex today is with us because he's essentially an event rider and has never actually tried anything of this ilk, and it would firstly be kind of strange and probably a little bit interesting for him as he's someone who comes from a very traditional way of English riding.
Well, we've come up here today to join Shane Borland at his lovely yard near Stratford-on-Avon for my first taster at Western riding. Really, I've come here with a totally open mind. I don't know what to expect whatsoever. I've been kitted up in a hat, baseball jacket, tasselled chaps, and outrageous spurs. And hopefully going to have a good time and learn something.
What we aim to do with Alex today is allow Alex to ride a quarter horse, which for starters is going to be very different to what he's used to. You know, the breed is very different to the breed and the type of horse that he's more used to in riding when he's doing his eventing. When he's riding these horses, we're going to let him feel and experience what it's like to perform some of the maneuvers that we're asked to do whilst partaking in the sport of reining or executing certain maneuvers on a reining horse. These maneuvers are going to be probably similar in many respects, but obviously also very different. Some of them are a lot more dynamic, involve a lot more speed, and should be fun for him to sort of have a go at and sort of feel. I think we're also going to try and get from him an understanding of what it's like for someone that's not used to doing something like this to come along and try a new discipline for the first time. And it'd be very interesting to see whether he draws any similarities and what he thinks of the whole sport in general. And what we'll do is we'll pull your chaps down a bit. And then we'll just, I'll give you some sort of fundamentals to go through, and then we'll let you kind of just go and do them a bit so you get the feel of it, you know. You feel okay with the, all right. We'll keep it simple to begin with. So what we'll do is we'll just maybe walk him out here to the left, Alex, and you give him the kind of aids you would do your own horse, and a little squeeze, and that's it. And you'll start to get a feel at the walk for how sensitive he is and how not. You probably will find that they're very sensitive. So the one tip I can give you is just to try and be slow as possible. You know, rather be really slow with your hand and your leg and your voice to begin with. If you don't get the desired response, we can always add to that as we go along. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, a little. You know, you're kind of a longer-legged person, and saying that, you know, his owner has got long legs too, but you probably weigh a bit different to her. You know, you weigh different to me, who's just been riding him. What I would say is sort of to give you a bit of a tip is try and really relax your legs. The more you can relax, the better. And it's very much a discipline of less is more, so to speak. You know, it really looks good so far. How does it feel? Yeah, you know, it's being relaxed but still holding some form. And the last thing we want you to do is look like a drunk on there, you know, kind of, you know, because then, you know, he will for sure will go to sleep. And, you know, by the same token, do what you think's comfortable for you, you know, and that's. So what did you move? You took your leg off? Yeah, and I said the W word as well. So you see, it's a, you know, it's not magic. That's how it is. Okay. And you'll find that, like, to guide him around, it's really a lot will be kind of had by kind of how you use your hands. Wherever your hands go, he's going to, you know, the theory is that's where he's going to go. It's like a game for him. Wherever you move your hand, he's got to catch up. Okay. So let me show you how to hold these reins in a more correct way. You're almost there, but what we do is if you're going to hold with your left hand, you have the tails down the left side. And now when you just take your index finger and place it over, but through the rein. Exactly, just like that. And now, if you can imagine that there's a 4-inch square block in here, no matter where your hand goes, like a joystick, exactly.
Having talked a lot about feeling the horse, my instant feeling was just how sensitive everything has to be. It only takes a delicate touch, left, right, up, down, for the horse to do anything, and it's an instant reaction. It's not. There's no resistance. There's nothing along those lines. You ask and it gets done, which I think is a very, very refreshing attitude for the horse to have. In eventing, I think, because we have a lot of ground to cover in just as much time, in the training we're guilty of glancing over quite a lot of detailed areas that maybe we should go into more detail over, but because there's not so much time and we've got so much to cover, we are guilty of ignoring some areas, whereas with what I've just done, it's very clear that everything's a lot more natural, a lot simpler, a lot clearer, and so the horse gets to understand what it's doing, and so learns to be truly responsive, which I think is very, very refreshing for me.
That's it. Good job. So we're just going to lope some circles. Put your hand in front of him. Place your hand down by his ear. That's perfect. They're like that. Picking up your hand like that, if you feel like he's losing drive, is really going to help him push through a bit more. Okay. So right now on the right lead, your most important leg would be that outside left leg, holding him to this direction. You're not going to do the counter-canter, Alex. You're just simply going to go, pick a straight line. Yeah, take that left leg away and put your right leg on. Okay. So whenever you feel comfortable, take a diagonal line down toward the bottom of the arena. Take your left leg off and put your right leg on. Good job. Fantastic. Well done. Now just lope some circles down there to the left. It's a bit more of a looky part of the arena, Alex. So if you see him looking around, go ahead and pick your hand up and just bridle him up, bring his attention back to you. If you find you've got a rhythm, come down, pick a diagonal, and go from left to right lead change down this way. Awesome. Release your left leg. Good job. Okay, perfect. Well done, man. Fantastic. Good one.
You say the W word a lot. What we're doing is a sort of path hold rather than...
Yeah. What we do is here, sometimes we would hum to them, but you did a fantastic job. First time, lead change, left, right, left. Well done. How does that feel?
Yeah, good.
Okay, go bring him to the middle there and just ask him to stop. Just there somewhere's good. What we're going to do now is we're going to touch on the next maneuver in the reining pattern, and this is one which people really, really enjoy as well because it's pretty dynamic, which is called the turnarounds or the spins. Okay. We have to display 4 left and 4 right, sometimes 4 1/4, depending on how the pattern runs. These are initiated from a standstill like you're doing now. And to display these, what I'm going to do is should be pretty rusty. So I'll stand in front of you here. And what you're going to do is you're going to be standing like I am. We're going to choose a direction, whether it be left or right. Let's say, for example, in this case, it's to the left. Now, what I said before is that everything I do, I start with my hand. So my hand tells her what to do, my leg and my voice will make her. So in this maneuver, I'm going to turn it to the left. I'm going to take my hand, I'm going to move it slightly over to the left. And at the same time, because I don't want to hinder any movement to the left, I'm going to take my left leg off. So it's going to look, without showing, as I take my hand, I'm going to take my left leg off like that, okay? And I'm just going to sit here. And she's going to start. Once I know she's committed to the maneuver, if I feel the need to, I'll use my voice. I'll just cluck once and see whether she picks up some rhythm. If she didn't, then I'll cluck and use my outside leg, telling her to go to the left. But what I'm not going to do is use this leg to begin with. I'm just going to walk some circles quickly and prepare her for this because she's probably gone to sleep because we've been talking so much. Okay. Now what I want you to do is, because he's been sleeping now and he's not really just go and jog some circles and just steer him around with your hand. So this will just bring his attention back to the fact that he's going to have to stop and do some work a second. So go ahead and jog around a little. Maybe start jogging the circle smaller and smaller and smaller. That's it. Okay, now what I want you to do is sit down, do sitting trot, and just try and, that's it, relax your leg and take these circles smaller towards, so you stay in front of me, Alex. That's it, and just go make the circles. Just see how tight and small you can make the circles there. Move your hand over, that's it. Just right over there, that's it, stay in there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Just jog a few circles just like that. Make them tighter, move your hand over some more. Good. All right, tell them to stop. Okay, now drop your hand. Okay, now we're gonna turn around. We're actually gonna turn around to the left, like I did. So you're gonna move your hands a couple of inches over to the left. That's it. Open your left leg. Sit back. Cluck. Keep your hand down. Cluck. Okay. Now what happened then is that your hand momentarily came back to center line.
This was a little bit insecure, so I just came back into
okay.
the safety zone.
Right now, just sit pretty quiet. So there's a good example of the horse has to do what if my hand tells him to go, he's got to get going, okay? Anytime I bring my hand back to the middle, which is what happened then, he's going to stop. Just like when we were cantering a circle. If I'm cantering a circle to the left, I have my hand slightly to the left. If I want to go more, I take it more. But if I want to go in a straight line, I bring my hand back to the middle and off he goes. So we're going to try that again, but this time, like I said, as soon as you move that hand over, really push that left leg out and don't do anything with the outside leg. Okay, and sit up and try and look up a bit. That's it. Move your hand over, sit back. Okay, cluck. Now give him a kick with the left leg. Okay, now stop. Good job. Okay. Okay, now give him some rein because your reins are a little short. You can turn the rein out a bit more. Perfect. That's where we're going to turn it from there. Now we're going to do it to the right. So it's the same thing. You're going to move your hands over, up and over to the right, so out towards your right knee, and take your right leg off and sit back. Slow hand over to the right. That's it. Wait for him. Sit back. Sit back. Now cluck. And again, cluck. Whenever you're ready, stop. So you don't even have to say, whoa. You just move your hand back, and he's there. Okay, so now we're going to come to probably the one that everyone really likes to see, and that's the stopping, okay? And to make it easier for you, what we're simply going to do is we're going to go from one end of the arena to the other. So we're not going to exit a part of the pattern or enter it from a part of the pattern. We're just simply going to go from one end of the arena to the other in a straight line. We're going to build some momentum, and we're going to sit back, and we're going to say that word, okay? Pretty good there, Havix. Okay. All right, when you're ready, pick up the left lead, sit back, and cluck to him at halfway. There you go. Sit back, put your hand down.
I've had a really, really fascinating day. Shane's been great. I've learned a lot. And I think fundamentally it's the whole training philosophy of Western riding that really interests me. It's a lot more fundamental, really, really focuses on the basics, something that I think in my sport of eventing we're sometimes a bit guilty of glancing over, so that we can focus on the fancy stuff. But really having the opportunity to go back to the basics and really, really focus on them has been really refreshing. And no, I'm somewhat hooked, and I'm looking forward to coming back again.
It's been great having Alex Hua Tian here today to experience what it's like to ride a reining horse with us at Borland Quarterhorses. Big thanks to Leslie Sutcliffe from Farnham Products USA for inviting Alex up to our place today so we can embark on this odd but very exciting time, and hopefully he had a lot of fun, and with Leslie's help in the future, maybe we can do a bit more, or maybe have a few more event riders or dressage riders or anybody from other equine disciplines come over and spend some time with us and see what they think to the sport of reining.